Welcome to the Blizzard Arena.
And the quest for a champion begins today.
The anticipation has been building, and it is finally time. We are live.
Right.
Welcome to the Blizzard Arena.
And the quest for a champion begins today.
The anticipation has been building, and it is finally time. We are live.
Are you ready?
That is a really...
Can you get over the roof there?
Oh my.
Oh my,
what a play, what a grab!
Another jump here on the high ground. Super goes forward, but gets stuck up. The EMP comes in, and ding, he rains down hell from above.
Here comes Pine. Gets one, gets two. Looking for a bit more, gets another one.
Tuno's down again. That heralds disaster generally for the Fusion. And Carpe wasn't far behind. Prophet, he's killed 4 players now on his own.
From Vancouver, locks him in the sound barrier. Sound is huge. The bomb coming in from Jono. Oh my God, he does it again.
Flutter now moving onto the Widowmaker, taking the clutch into his own hands. The headshot after headshot after headshot.
Okay, I like this for the Gladiators. We're going to try and circle around. I'm going to call this the merry-go-round because it makes me laugh. Makes me happy. And Sean Paul switches to the Widowmaker at just the right time.
Oh, the Raven.
What in the Lord's name is that?
That's so good. Oh, that's the goal.
I'm the best Tracer in the world.
Oh, my word.
I mean, you could have told me that you spoke English, honestly.
The fans never thought they'd see this day. It took 43 matches. Feels like a really emotional moment here.
All right. Welcome. We're gonna start with the not big deal stuff. Then we're gonna go into the big deal stuff. So first off, the not big deal is obviously the gaming stuff. So I mean, it's still a big deal, but not as big deal as the other stuff. So first, we're gonna talk about how Concord, and a few other things. I mean, Concord has more sales after it went offline than when it went online, than when it was online. So there's that. Okay, so we're gonna talk about, and just preface, we had, unfortunately I could not stream last night because my unfortunate situation happened where the other my host could not stream or be with me. So, and also just decided not to anyway. So we'll see you next week. But she in, I have her links at the bottom, so we'll try to figure it out. So we're gonna also watch a video from her as well. So Concourse selling more copies after it gets canned than when it was actually live. Kind of a little funny. So let's. Okay, so I have her links in the description, and so let's react to this real quick.
Greetings, everybody. Hope you're having a great week so far. And today I want to talk about Jenna Ortega and her last comments. So Jenna Ortega has said, "I don't want Jamie Bond." Now, this is in connection to the idea that in order to represent women and to have woman boss girls, what we should do is just take every single male cast film and just remake it, but with a female cast.
Just copy and paste it, basically. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of, in my opinion, also kind of lazy, because you're basically, what you're doing is saying we don't have anything original to say or to make, so we're just gonna copy and paste someone else's character
instead. And I honestly find that to be incredibly insulting and lazy. Jenna Ortega says that she loves seeing women in leading roles. However, she addressed the trend of giving women a reboot franchise instead of an original project. Yes, this is what we've been saying forever. We don't care if there is a woman protagonist, we don't care if this representation, but we want it from an original project, not just, like remaking something and you know what, let's give them what they want, representation, but let's just remake this very famous franchise and put the representation there.
Yes. I agree 100%. You're basically insulting what came before and saying we can do better, and also just saying, it's kind of also a way of insulting, saying you aren't good enough to be your own character. You have to be a copy paste of someone else, but just as a woman.
That's so lazy. And I mean, like, who actually wants that? So let's listen to what Jenna says in this interview with MTV.
You know what I would say about that specifically as well? I love that there's a lot more female leads nowadays. I think that's so special, but we should have our own. I don't like it when it's like a spin-off of, like, I don't want to see like Jamie Bond.
Exactly. This is what we say every time we've got another film for this franchise, but now it's gonna be woman-led.
Yeah, I mean, just if you're gonna have a woman-led character, make it original and not copy from someone else's.
And, we don't like that, but then because we say, I don't want this, people will say, that's because you're misogynistic or you are xenophobic, phobic this, phobic that. No, we don't care. We just don't want existing IPs to be remade for modern audiences when you can just use your creativity and make a whole new franchise that's gonna be awesome because you're super creative and your storytelling skills are off the chart. Right? Apparently not.
You would think.
Because we haven't gotten any new IPs franchises with woman-led protagonists. Maybe there are, but I haven't seen them. Maybe I'm not just paying attention, which is fair because I'm very distracted. So this comment came because she was asked that maybe Tim Burton will make another sequel based on Edward Scissorhands. Maybe it could hypothetically be called Edith Scissorhands. And Ortega shut down the idea, right? And this is where that comment came that, like, look, the idea is...
Yeah, I mean, that's also lazy writing. Just slap a female name on it and call it a day. Because everyone will watch it just because it has the name Scissorhands or Bond or whatever. Just make something original.
It's cool, but
please.
I don't wanna spin off with a female person. You know, I just want something new. And I think that's great. Why is that so bad? Why is that so offensive? Deadline reports that the actress says that she wants to see women get their own purpose-built action roles rather than taking over parts previously meant for men. This is what we've been saying forever and a year. We don't want people to change already existing IPs and characters just to say, look, we're so diverse and we are so progressive. No, I don't understand, one more time, how people do not get offended by just repurposed diversity. That's basically what it is. Like, The Little Mermaid, what was everybody's problem? It's like, why are you race swapping Ariel?
Yeah, it wasn't the actress. I mean, she's she's probably fine. She looked fine. But it was the fact that it was unnecessary race swap.
When you could have her be a different mermaid altogether with a different...
But that's not popular enough as a thing, Sophie. Yeah, Little Mermaid, if they did another character, it wouldn't have made as much as, or they wouldn't care.
Different purpose, a different story, make it an awesome story that would completely destroy Ariel's story.
Yeah, they can only, they can't make anything new. They can only, basically just carbon copy everything that's already been used. And usually it's for the worse.
Make it something unique. But no, let's repurpose it. And everybody was called a racist for that. You know, the same with the 2016 Ghostbusters. We don't want...
That was the first sign. It was 2016 Ghostbusters.
An all-female Ghostbusters. We don't care. Then we had Ocean's 11 remake or Ocean's 8, whatever. I don't know. Which were all women. We don't want that. There's still rumors that there's going to be an all-female cast, Pirates of the Caribbean. We don't...
I hope not. And the rumor for that is also going to be Miss Fortune or the Irish pirate, and they're going to race swap her. But please don't touch the League of Legends character or just the character of Miss Fortune in general.
Don't want that. Make something new. Make something unique. Why is that so hard? Why is that so...
Because they can't make anything new. That's the problem.
Discriminatory. Films, Hollywood are supposed to be where people go to show how creative they are. But so far we've only got remakes, sequels, repurposed films. We had what's the last original film that we've had? Maybe there is again, maybe there is. But
I'm trying to think actually. Avatar, Mario, but those are all both technically avatars. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything original that was actually good?
At least I haven't seen them, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this. Do you agree with Jenna Ortega, or are you happy with repurposed representation? Tell me what you think, and that's it. I'm leaving. We'll see you in another video soon. Maybe. Bye.
All the ladies chronicling mayhem. She spins her tales with bright light, where dragons dance and heroes fight in the heart of the moonlit night.
So shout out to Sophie for that one. Yeah. And with that said, now it's for the main event, which is the coping and seething of the Acolyte fans that decided to try a hate campaign against YouTubers that criticize the Acolyte, and also just FYI, fans, this is what they thought they claimed Gamergate was. This is what they wanted it to be, which it wasn't a hate campaign, but this is the hate campaign for sure. Wait, wrong page. Okay, so Master of the TDS has the complete. Here's the meltdown of knowing that Geeks and Gamers did not get demonetized. Oh my goodness. It is glorious. Oh, it is glorious to see, and it's hilarious. This is only not just. Yeah. One second. Alright. So, we're gonna read the coping and seething tweets. And it's gonna be great. Okay, there's that. I had a stream that contained the info show multiple times. And so, and Fig as, I don't get the jokes. Alright, hang on. Thanks for the cash. You're cowardice. Oh my gosh. Okay. How about their team? That's just the money. They didn't do anything. Why would you, how dare you have his profile picture in your name? How dare you? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Okay. They didn't. Oh my gosh, you'll get offended so funny. Okay. Surprising. Do better. Cowards. Blah blah blah. Bloody blah blah. Okay. Cowards. Ha ha ha. Yeah, okay. And also here's for people saying claiming the hate campaign on Kelly Marie Tran. I forgot about.
Rose Tico is a bad character. Rose Tico is an objectively bad character. Rose Tico is one of the worst characters in the history of Star Wars. That doesn't mean anything negative towards Kelly Marie Tran. I think Kelly Marie Tran is great. I think she's a very sweet person. And I think she deserves far better. Rose Tico didn't deserve better, but Kelly Marie Tran definitely deserved better. Rose Tico is a bad character. Rose Tico is an objective.
Interesting how they didn't use that clip. Yeah, so Jay also. Yeah, false flagging. Yeah. I mean, I would say, for one, if it, like Jeremy said today on his stream, if it actually damaged I think it was on Daily, if he actually damaged the channel itself, then it'd be a reason to for legal. I mean, it still is, but since it got resolved very quickly, there's not really a reason to pursue legal action. Yeah, and oh, here's a funny clip right here. This is it, yeah.
When it was still just a concept and no one had even seen it.
This is what the Acolyte exists for. It's not here for story. It's not here to build the lore. For crying out loud, look at the cast right here. This cast was made for having as little white males as possible in this cast.
You know, Lucasfilm, you know, the retarded Avengers assemble over there, backing each other up.
Racists do stick together.
He accused Jones of playing the victim.
Actress Amanda Stenberg playing the victim card.
They can do nothing other than play the victim.
Amanda Stenberg, the adult pretender.
Pathological, sociopathic, feminist liars in popular culture.
Almost like she's fucking lying through her teeth.
And it would be one thing if we actually saw some evidence of this, right? If we actually saw some of this shit she's talking about. But no, this is just gaslighting.
These are terrible, talentless people that we are instructed that we must like unless... Then the sort of subtext is, you know, if you don't like them, you're some kind of bigot somehow.
Terrible performance, her attitude, driving away fans, anything like that. No, it's everyone else's fault and they're racist and they just hate me because I'm black. It's all like... She's so vapid and narcissistic.
It is the most, like, kind of narcissistic, lack of self-awareness.
And she's still bitching about oppressors. You've never been oppressed in your goddamn life, you bitch.
Look at that. They got a Derek Chauvin George Floyd memorial.
But also, every single different race of people has been enslaved and discriminated against and oppressed in some way throughout our entire history. The only people that can't get over it seems to be black people.
I am not a racist, though I'm frequently told that I am one. But I am in favor of oppressing whatever the fuck this is, because...
So...
in some...
Okay, how is this a problem? I mean... Oh, is this the video?
Flows.
Okay, you're still at it, I see. Oh. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, that's true. If it does go outside of YouTube, then it could be a problem. Yeah.
And a alarming number of users are...
Okay, one lie about this is the facts is in 2018, Ryan didn't even exist on YouTube. His account was created in 2019. So that by itself is a lie, and the Henry Tran thing we just showed was also a lie. So you have two lies already on this thing. Okay, let's look at this stupid video.
Find a few rabbit holes that are very powerful and try to find which rabbit hole is the closest to your interest.
For me, once I started diving hard into some of these people's YouTube videos, you kind of get hooked. Maybe they'll stop pushing this feminist agenda that has driven Star Wars into the ground.
we are going to talk more about Disney and their feminist agenda.
She has some weird resentment towards the male fans of this franchise.
All-conquering female figure now is occluding this great myth of the hero.
Rey had randomly been amazing at everything. She was the ultimate Mary Sue.
We didn't acknowledge the presence of the ultimate Mary Sue.
Daisy Ridley, she got harassed, but she did something about gun control, so.
No, she didn't. She didn't get harassed. We actually liked her, but said she was a terrible freaking character.
Author and writer Chuck Wendig was fired.
James Gunn fired from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is awesome.
Documented history of dozens of anti-white tweets.
They're claiming that this was some sort of anti-white genocide.
I'm Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, and you're watching Ethan Van Sciver.
Brings me to Rose. Don't even get me started.
Didn't even have the decency to fucking die.
She better die in the coma because she is a dumbass bitch. Kelly Marie Tran being chased off. Or, she wasn't chased off, she chose.
Essentially, Space Anita Sarkeesian. Nobody wants her on Earth, nobody wants her in outer space.
And 5 years later, when Bannon wound up at Breitbart, he resolved to try and attract those people over to Breitbart because he thought they could be radicalized in a kind of populist nationalist way.
He follows this idea of the Breitbart doctrine, which is that if you want to change politics, you first have to change culture, because politics flows from culture.
It's not just about Star Wars anymore. It's about all the pop culture that's being invaded.
The battle for Star Wars, the battle for culture.
And I would say that Ichibaka's title of this article is a little tame. She has a huge problem with white people.
Stop trying to turn our cultural icons into your moralistic authoritarianism.
To be a part of that community and that group of people, it was really fun.
So, yeah. Yeah, they're trying to find things, which, I mean, clearly it didn't work. Since they're now mad. It's funny. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, here's another one. Recorded a cancellation tips. Yeah. Yes, yeah, oh, let's look at this, actually. This should be fun. You know, Star Wars, yeah. Yeah, oh.
Coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
That's familiar. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, I mean, they shouldn't. I mean, I also don't think either side. I mean, I don't think Star Wars Explained, even though Molly has me banned. Why did you have to lie? And I don't think they should get banned. If they do, I'm not going to feel bad, because you literally violated terms of service by making a coordinated attack, and you literally became what everyone claimed Gamergate was originally. But now we're going to watch a video on this. Which, hey, she just got banned from Twitch as well, so. Thank goodness. Unfortunately, I had to suffer through Rings of Power Season 2 because Amazon didn't cancel that crap of a show.
Gamers, Ryan Kennel, Nerdrotic, so on and so forth.
Again, the funny thing is, when this first came out, Ryan wasn't even on YouTube. Oh, almost 199. So they're lying on that
We
part.
have seen recently a targeted attack against Nerdrotic a couple weeks or so ago, not even that long ago, where it seemingly had a bunch of like bot support. Things are getting crazy now that YouTubers are being attacked. Like, where this is actually coming from and the root of it, is it deeper than just some woke haters, or is there more to it? I don't know, but it's pretty insane. They are going after YouTubers and trying to shut them down. So in this case, yes, we have another targeted attack on these channels, specifically reaching out to YouTube in attempt to get these channels demonetized and shut down. Now, this is the irony of this kind of situation, is on one hand, they'll tell YouTubers like us, they'll say yes, or anybody who's just against all of this woke ideology, who are kind of counterculture right now, they tell us, oh, well, this isn't made for you if you don't.
The other irony thing is, during the Acolyte, hello there. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, want to take a look at this Wayfair? Yeah, here you go. Yeah, Wayfair, I'm blocked. Yeah, that's just the part of the course for her. She's gonna get blocked and come back. It's no big deal. Yeah, 199. She's almost there. She's almost to 199 subscribers. Yeah, I just called her out. Literally, my response for this was this. I literally called her out for lying. I said, I know you're in the middle of a coping session, coping and seething over the cancellation of a shite show. But if you think for a second, and maybe not make blatant lies, but then again, you like making harassment attempts on people. Be in mind, she also led the harassment. Yeah, it is. Be in mind, Molly Damon was one of the people who led the harassment and public humiliation of Gina Carano. So this is it's kind of ironic when she was posting about how you should love Mandela Spenberg, and I wanted to reply, it's like, so you're gonna say you like Gina Carano as well? Oh wait, you made a you were one of the people who led the public shaming of Gina Carano. Be in mind, she did was one of the people who either Disney contacted or she just did willingly attack Gina Carano. So
Don't like it, don't watch it.
Speaking of, back to that, the ironic thing is that when we were criticizing it, they said, you're irrelevant, guys. It doesn't matter. The show's gonna do great. You're irrelevant. You don't matter. Yet when it gets canceled, now we are the problem. It got canceled. It's like, oh, the biggest one, the grifting YouTubers won. Disney, listen to them. Disney hasn't listened to us for the past 10 years. What are you talking about? Yeah, so suddenly, we were irrelevant when the show was on air and live, but now that the show ended and got canceled, it's now our fault, suddenly. Funny how that works.
Well, then when we don't watch it and these shows and these things fail and get canceled, same with like Concord, the game, then it's your.
Funny about that has more it has more purchases after the game, even after it got canceled, than when it was live.
Your fault because you're a bigot. You weren't supporting this. So, or it's your fault because you have all this influence over the masses and they're all listening to you. Otherwise, they would have watched this and liked it, which is absolutely absurd because there are so many times where all of us have said we didn't like something or we did like something and our audience have disagreed with us. It happens sometimes. But I digress. This is just where we're
Exactly. And they have more following and influence than they have. I mean, look at Star Wars Explained. How do a second. Yeah. Unfortunately, I am. Yeah. Also, do not go after Star Wars Explained. I don't think I need to say that, but I'm just saying, do not go after them. So, yeah, 19K views, 17, and I mean that's not bad. But if you look at Star Wars Theory, 24K views over even the same thing, 15. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So the difference is, people actually care what they say. And the comparison between Theory and Star Wars Explained is Theory is talking about the same thing that they are, and he gets more views because also they are paid as well.
at right now. So, here we have that Star Wars girl. She says, "Oh, look, the Disney Shills decided they would write up a manifesto in attempt to demonetize / deplatform Ryan Kennel, Geeks and Gamers, and Nerdrotic. These wackos took the whole 'if you're not with me, you're my enemy' line way too literally. They all need serious mental health." So yeah, I guess a bunch of people are doing it. I saw one. Is this a copy pasta? They shared these images. Yeah, I saw the Molly girl did it. She blocked me, so I couldn't look at it until I was on an alt account.
Molly has been on a block spree for the last 2 days.
But I don't even know who these people are. It's time for you to be a part of the solution.
The Fellowship was born out of the hatred of Star Wars. And this is the moment it became a full-on proof that we are a Fellowship. They're not. Yeah. Yeah, they're the big. This is proof that all the mainstream outlets don't exist anymore. Have you gotten blocked yet? Yeah, she's blocking anyone who quote tweets her or replies. I mean, you can't reply unless you follow her, and I'm not doing that. She blocking anyone who says anything slightly critical. All I said is, "Why are you lying?" And then also called her out for hate campaigning other people. Yeah, I mean they literally in this moment did what people claim Gamergate was. This is the true one. I mean, they tried to do this. I mean, I put those videos earlier. They tried to do this 6 years ago. So this is Star Wars' Gamergate, I guess. I mean, they also accused Geeks and Gamers of being Gamergate since GG. Yeah, they are. I mean, this is proof they are an echo chamber, and also, yeah, this is how the Fellowship born because we clapped back and we were a Fellowship before, but this was the true test, I guess you could say.
At Team YouTube, and even at least with Molly's, they were like, "Oh, we'll look into this," or whatever. Now, while you continue to allow these channels to be monetized, you are incentivizing hatred and racism. This is just absurd. That.
Dang it. Yeah. See, I know you're in the Philippines right now, so have a good sleep, Wayfair.
This kind of level where these people are, oh, you have an opinion I don't like, a criticism about a television show. I mean,
all we were saying is the show is not good. We just said it's a crappy show. It's not that big of a deal. Like, oh my goodness. They can't take an L.
You don't like the television show I like? You don't like the video games I like? Well, then you deserve to be deplatformed. I mean, these people want complete and utter control over to the point to where you can't even say, hey, I don't like this TV show, and they're going to try to deplatform you for it? The fandom menace has run rampant for far too long, and now a flourishing cottage industry of thinly veiled bigotry has been able to thrive while making fandom spaces a cesspool of hatred. Dude, that's the thing, is the reason why these channels are getting views and support is because they represent what
normal people,
huge chunk of the fandom actually feels.
You are helping.
If that wasn't the case, what about all these channels that sing praises about Star Wars The Acolyte? What about all these channels that like this stuff, you know? Like, if most people, they would be getting all of this overwhelming support. If you know, that's the thing, is maybe it's the people getting the support because, like, let's be real. We know Ryan, Gary, Geeks and Gamers, all of us in this circle, we are the rejects of the content creator space.
We are the lost toys from what was it? I forgot the name, but we're the island of the lost toys because we've been rejected from pop culture for the most part.
The reality of things. We very rarely get access to mainstream sponsorships or anything like that. In my case, I used to be more on the mainstream stuff, and I became a reject because I got blacklisted and canceled because after the COVID stuff, and I said, hey, I'm not getting the jab, and I think it's stupid that people are pressuring people to get the jab if they don't want to. That's what started that snowball of my cancellation from the mainstream space. And yeah, so a lot of us are the rejects. We aren't accepted by the mainstream. So to act like they just hold all this power, I mean, these are just normal people. Just normal people. And as Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers says, as Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers says, we're just retards with a camera. That is exactly.
We are just retards with an internet connection.
Accurate. We are retards with a camera. You think we have the power to sway public opinion and to tell people to choose and dictate what forms of media they like or don't like? Like, we have that kind of power? We're disagreeing with each other sometimes on, oh, I liked this movie, but someone else may not have liked that movie, this, that, or the other. That happens all the time. So this is just insane. It's all about control. They're mad because they're losing. Let's be real. They are losing. Look at what happened with Concord being taken down 2 weeks after launch. That ridiculous woke game with ugly.
Yeah, 8 years of development, and it lasted 10 days.
Character designs I've covered at length this week. They are so mad that they're losing and they're taking out their anger on us. I don't know what they think they're going to accomplish out of this, because even if, you know, hypothetically speaking, they were to shut down all these channels, all my channel, all of our channels, that isn't going to change the fact that
these mushrooms make you feel.
It's not going to change the fact that they aren't really that relevant. Like
a lot.
We still hold these opinions, and that the majority of the fans for this stuff who
we are the
have
normal
not
people
been supporting this stuff are still not going to like it, and these shows are still going to get canceled. This is just a hub. What we have with our channels.
They don't realize that if the show was actually good, it would not have mattered what we said. It'd be good. It'd be successful regardless of what we said.
Is a hub for us to vent about it, and we're just collectively joining together and venting about it, right? For me, a lot of it is Tomb Raider stuff. I don't like the direction that they're taking Tomb Raider, and I'm a big classic Tomb Raider fan. It was a huge part of my life, and so I like to talk about that and just rant and vent, like, okay, this is ridiculous, and then people who agree with me are in my comments like, yes, and then when I find channels that will also agree, or if I find people who are also fans of classic Tomb Raider, and I follow accounts on X, they're also fans of classic Tomb Raider and don't like the direction that it's going right now. And I'm like, yes, because it feels nice to have a community of mostly like-minded individuals. It's not a matter of, oh, I saw my favorite influencer said that this show was bad, therefore I'm not going to watch it, or this game is bad, therefore I'm not going to play it. That's absurd. That is ridiculous to even pretend that that's a thing. But that I believe that they know better. This is just, they're just angry, and they know they're losing, and they want people to lose their livelihoods who disagree with them, because they are evil. They are evil-hearted people. You think that's the thing, is like, look at the converse. The people who like the direction of the new Tomb Raider stuff going on, they like all this woke ideology. I don't for a second want any of these channels getting demonetized or anybody losing their livelihoods over their opinions on a game or on a television show. Now, one could argue, well, you were celebrating when Concord shut down, and they're probably going to be layoffs and this and that. Well, there's a big difference between wanting to see content creators who are just sharing their opinions on the internet losing their job.
That's the difference. We don't want it shut down. We don't want them canceled. They want us canceled, but we don't want them.
Versus somebody who's actively ruining the industry, actively involved in ruining the industry. Whenever you see people who are hired in the gaming industry, for example, or in Hollywood and this and that, who are activists instead of actual fans of these properties, and who are actively trying to ruin these things with their ideologies, you know? And even then, like, I want them to have good jobs and to have good lives, but I just don't want them ruining the things that I love. So to even pretend that content creators who are sharing their opinions have that kind of power is just a joke. So here they talked about, dear team YouTube, last week actor Amanda Stenberg, they put the pronouns. I mean, this just gets, just a giant,
it's
degenerate,
as Star Wars explained, of course they're going to put pronouns
thing. Okay, they specifically point out geeks and gamers encouraged harassment.
Yeah, of course we don't. Yeah, and also without them, we can also hear their dumb opinions or responses, so we can also hear what they have to say. But we don't want them canceled either, because they have as much right to speak as we do. But they want us canceled. Yeah, we don't want them canceled. Kind of interesting.
All this stuff, which they did no such thing. It's absolutely ridiculous just to say, hey,
they're all blatant lies, which are easily refutable.
You know, to talk about DEI, to talk about all of these woke ideologies that have infested the industry in these fandoms, and to say, hey, I don't like race swaps, or hey, I don't like them just forcing this queer ideology into this material, then it's like, oh, you're a bigot. Oh, you're this, that, and the other. Oh, you have to affirm me. You have to validate all this stuff. And it's degeneracy. Obviously, me as a Christian, a lot of these ideologies are counter to the Bible, so I'm against it. I don't want to see all this queer stuff take over everything. I don't want to see them turn Lara Croft into a lesbian when she wasn't. It's like, dude. Anyway, I mean, yeah, so we have that Park Place that covered it at length as well, which I was going to read, but I got on a tangent. So, anyway, there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please show some support to my friends, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, Ryan Kennel. Also, Drunk 3PO from Geeks and Gamers. I know his channel got demonetized for a brief amount of time until that finally got fixed, which is insane because he did no such thing to deserve demonetization. He did it. He just hit 100,000 subscribers. Good job, Drunk 3PO. Congratulations.
Shout out to Jay.
Okay, I knew he was close. He was very close to it. So I am happy to see that he hit that 100K. So anyway, there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you want me to read the Bible to you, you can check out my Bible channel, Bible Time with Melanie Mack. Thank you all again. I'll catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.
It's a good day because it's race day.
Yeah, now we have Jay who hit 100K.
High quality ingredients and no harmful pesticides save the world.
Just an update about that targeted harassment campaign that was put on by other Star Wars YouTubers.
Yeah, also shout out to Star Wars Theory as well, who's also part of this campaign. That literally, it's hate anyone who thought that Clay was trash.
And people on Twitter trying to take down RK Outpost, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, and honorable mention Star Wars Theory. There's been some interesting developments, and I don't think this is going as planned for them. But before we get into it, could you do me a huge favor and please hit the subscribe button? It's a free thing that you could do that helps out the channel. And I got something cool for you, only for a limited time. These Rebellion bags from 9 Line Apparel, you can get tan, you can get black. We only have a few of them. Get them while they're hot because they won't be around forever. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Now let's get into this. Yesterday, a coordinated attack on Geeks and Gamers, RK Outpost, Nerdrotic, and honorable mention Star Wars Theory was released on social media to get their channels removed, to get them demonetized. They are claiming that these channels are targeting and harassing actors and spreading hate and bigotry. Except they're the ones that are doing it. They're the ones that came together.
Isn't that ironic? The people that are claiming that targeted harassment are actually the ones committing a targeted harassment, which, again, is 2014 method all over again.
And targeted them. And it appears that the tone has shifted in less than 24 hours.
It's interesting how they just specify, we're not asking you to remove them, we're just asking you to take away their money. Oh.
Because now they're saying, look, I'm not asking Team YouTube to take down the channels mentioned in the letter. This isn't about censorship or silencing. The goal is to demonetize. That's it. I did a Star Wars YouTube show for free for years. If those stinky guys truly care so much, they'll do it for free too. The next comment was, exactly. It's not censorship. We just don't want them making money from it. And I wonder why
it's not censorship. We just want them to lose all their earnings. Since this is, for some people, they're living.
Tone has somewhat changed, but yes, they're really typing that. I don't get it. These people are not that bright. But if they read the terms of service, I tweeted this out. It says, I believe false flagging and sending others to other YouTube channels to harass them in the chat and or report them is against YouTube's terms of service, and you can get your channel removed. Well, they don't want that, so it's like, well, we don't want our channel. We don't want their channel removed. We just want them demonetized. It's different, right? They could say whatever they want. No, that ain't it. You guys came out over and over again. We want them silenced. They're not allowed in this fandom. We don't want them here. We need to get rid of them. There's like death threats now attached with this letter, things like that. Now that you might be in trouble for doing what you're doing, now the tone is starting to shift from all of them.
Suddenly the tone shift now that they got called out.
It's wild to see. Yeah, you get called out, and there's consequences to your actions. Again, on a personal note, I don't want anything to happen to their channels. I don't want anything to happen to their Twitter. I don't want anybody going over there and talking to them. Because believe it or not, whatever they say about me, whatever they say about Star Wars, whatever they tweet, whatever they like, whatever they don't like, whoever they're voting for, affects me not. It doesn't change my mood. It doesn't change my day. I don't even see it. I don't care. I just thank God every day I live in a country where you could say whatever you want to a degree, and I can say whatever I want. And let's just leave it at that. But the fact that you guys came together to silence Now Change Your Tune is quite funny. Like I said, I didn't think they expected this type of backlash. They probably thought that they were going to be applauded. Oh, you're doing the right thing. You're helping us out. This is the majority. No, it's not. You actually are bringing more people to their cause, more people to their YouTube channels, because more people think the way they do than how you think. And
yeah, they got more people on their side. Now that you've done this, you have more people watching Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kennel, Nerdrotic, Jay, Star Wars Theory. The list goes on. All because you decided you were mad that Acolyte got canceled, and you decided to commit a targeted harassment campaign against them. Yeah. You committed Star Wars Gamergate.
And even people that don't like Geeks and Gamers or RK Outpost, Nerdrotics, honorable mention, Star Wars Theory, they are saying this is a terrible course of action. You should not be doing this. This is not the way. I don't like them, but this isn't the way. Robert Barnes, an attorney, tweeted this, says the target.
Yeah, them do with. Yeah, I mean, if it harms in any way, it could legal, but honestly, just let the internet be the internet. Unless it gets really serious, then they might need to do something. But overall, I think it got solved pretty quickly. They didn't want that, obviously, but it did get solved pretty easily.
It's against Nerdrotics, Geeks and Gamers, and Ryan Kennel have very good defamation claims against Molly and others. I hear they have good lawyers as friends. Now, I haven't heard anything. I don't think anybody's planning on suing anyone or anything like that. But the fact that an attorney came out and said, you know, there could be a case here if something happens, just so you know. There could be something if, the worst thing happens. So I hope you're prepared. And I want you to see this. Now, this is Team YouTube. They responded to Molly. Molly has blocked.
I've been blocked by Molly. Most of everyone that responded to Molly has.
Probably everyone on this list. But it looks like Molly is not getting the reception that she wanted. So people are quote tweeting this Team YouTube response saying.
Also because she also blocked replies, so we had a quote tweet.
Hey, look, if you're going to follow the TOS, maybe you should look into Molly as starting a harassment campaign against other channels. Maybe you should look into that, Team YouTube. It's a lot. I mean, I could probably just let this roll for 10 minutes. People are upset. And the fact that you would come out and say, no, this isn't censorship. It's not censorship at all. We don't want that. We just want them demonetized. They can keep their channel. you got caught. You thought you did something, and now it's backfiring in your face, and now you're trying to pick up the pieces before something happens to your channel, which I don't want anything to happen to your channel. I don't want anything to happen to any of their channels. Like I said earlier, they could say and do whatever they want. It doesn't affect my day. I don't get this mad, you know, where I got to go out and make a harassment campaign just to get people silenced or take away their livelihood. It's bizarre behavior. It's like this progressive leftist behavior. If we don't like it, we're going to take you out. They did the same thing to Gina Carano. We don't like what she's tweeting. We don't.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier, that also Molly Dean was part of those. Yeah, Gina was part of the. She was part of the publicly shaming Gina Carano.
Don't like what she's saying, so we're going to take her out. And they celebrated the fact when she was gone. They still celebrate it every time she tweets. And now she's got a lawsuit going with Disney. And they laughed at her. Same people, same accounts. They laughed at, oh, it'll never get passed. Well, it got passed to the next stage. So it looks like we could be dipping into some discovery. But again, for the third time, I don't want anything to happen to these channels. I don't want anybody going over there. But the support that you guys are giving to these creators.
Yeah, it was solved, and it backfired immensely on them. So I don't know if they're gonna try something else. They might, but overall, I think it might end here. I hope. Probably not. But it backfired, and we're laughing at them over it.
This is amazing. And yes, this is about censorship. They don't want these people around. And if they would have gotten what they wanted with these 4 creators, who would have been next? They would have sat there on their high horse saying, yeah, stay in line. You better, or you're going to be next. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the love. And we'll keep an eye on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Jay. Again, never seen anything like this over the Acolyte or Star Wars or Marvel. Kind of wild. A show that nobody cared about. And we will catch you next time.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is. All right, so, yeah, that's the thing. Is they'll probably try something else. The question is, what will they try? What will they try to do? Like, what are they going to try to do this time around? I don't know, but we'll see. But, hey. We shall see what they do. I mean, yeah. So, alright. That's the end of the stream for today. It was mostly laughing at Acolyte fans that try to cancel Geeks and Gamers and watching it fail spectacularly. So, I will see you Monday, unless something big happens tomorrow or Saturday. I will see you then, and goodbye.
Welcome to the Blizzard Arena.
And the quest for a champion begins today.
The anticipation has been building, and it is finally time. We are live.
Are you ready?
Can you get over the roof there? Oh my.
Oh my, what a play, what a grab!
Another jump here on the high ground. Super goes forward, but gets stuck off. The EMP comes in, and ding, he rains down hell from above.
Here comes Pine. Gets one, gets two. Looking for a bit more, gets another one.
Tuno's down again. That heralds disaster generally for the Fusion, and Carpe wasn't far behind. Prophet, he's killed 4 players now on his own.
From Vancouver, locks him in the sound barrier. Sound the bomb coming in from John. Oh my God, he does it again.
Flutter now moving onto the Widowmaker, taking the clutch into his own hands. The headshot after headshot after headshot.
We're going to try and circle around. I'm going to call this the merry-go-round because it makes me laugh. Makes me happy, and Sean Paul switches to the Widowmaker at just the right time. Oh, the Gravy!
I'm the best person in the world.
Oh my word!
I mean, you could have told me that you spoke English, honestly.
The fans never thought they'd see this day. It took 43 matches. Feels like a really emotional moment here.
Sorry.
All right. See y'all